1 hour of upcoming games of 2025 and 2026, games to all platforms since PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, to PC. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to leave your like if you enjoy it. Thank you so much, and let's go!
Lose her! Tires are out! Proceeding on foot!
Mindseye is a new story game developed by an old Rockstar Games president, Leslie Benzies, so the hype about this game is real, especially cause we can see some features and stuff that remind us of GTA series, like the camera, gameplay, driving and shooting, and more. The studio developed in is Build a Rocket Boy, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and maybe we'll see it still in 2025. The game will be set in a futurist version of America, with nice graphics, a good gameplay, and a story that seems to be interesting, so I'm really looking forward to see more and play this game.
Remember this. DS! Showtime! I have these gaps. That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story. Wait for me! I'll cover you. All this time you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding?
Mario Kart World is the new game of the series after 11 years without a new game. The studio developing is Nintendo, and it's going to be the game to debut your Nintendo Switch 2, as it's coming out day 1 to the console, that's June 5, 2025. The game for the first time will be set in a kinda open world, with interconnected stages. What looks really interesting even reminded me Mario World, and probably it's why it got this name. As always, the game will be fast and dynamic, with a fluid gameplay, and shall give the players a lot of possibilities since karts, characters, modes, difficulties, and much more. So if you're going to buy Nintendo Switch 2, this game shall be a good choice to debut it.
Screams drawing me in. Better use the pendulum.
The Occultist is a new horror game that looks really interesting. It's being developed by the studio Delaware and shall be released in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game is set in a dark and atmospheric universe, and the gameplay shall mix realistic graphics and a first-person camera, a true survival horror experience, with hide and sneak mechanics, with good characters, puzzles and an immersive soundtrack. Images are engraved in my mind that would make any man tremble in fear, but I am not just any man. I am the Occultist. Accompany Alan Rebels on his most terrifying occult investigation yet in this spine-chilling horror experience. If you like survival horror games, this looks interesting.
Our limitations as human beings prevent us from really seeing what is there.
The Sinking City 2 is a new survival horror game set in a world inspired in the pieces of H.P. Lovecraft. The game is being developed by the studio Frogwares. It's being developed for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and PC, and there's no release date yet, but maybe 2025 or 2026. Experience a heart-pounding survival horror as you explore the flooded city of Arkham and fight eldritch monsters beyond human comprehension. All that with insane realistic graphics made in Unreal Engine 5, with impressive visual and immersion. So if you are a fan of horror games, this is one that you need to keep an eye out for.
Attention. Due to recent flooding and pandemic, access to all external areas is restricted abnormal. Your safety in this new world is our absolute priority.
Is my valuable customer finally awake?
Many people believe that we have a purpose, as if we had been brought to Tartarus for some reason.
Pioner drops players into a vast, grim world where survival hinges on exploration, crafting, and smart resource management. As an MMOFPS, it offers both PvE missions and intense PvP zones, with unique crafting mechanics, hundreds of weapons and a deep story to explore. The game is being developed by the studio GFA Games and is coming out in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. The universe of the game is huge and complex, with multiple possibilities, since standard missions against normal foes to battles and war against other players, all set in an immersive combat style with makeshift weapons, what resembles games like Fallout, for example. Subnautica 2 is the new game of this beloved series. It's being developed by the studio Unknown Worlds Entertainment, and the early access is coming out still in 2025, but with no release date yet, and it'll be available on Xbox Series X and S and Windows. PlayStation 5 version is not confirmed yet. Like the first game, it'll be set in a water planet where you must explore for finding resources, this way building new tools and ways to survive. The first game was extremely immersive and unique, with that excellent freedom to explore the ocean, finding all types of creatures in there, and the second one will be in the same style, but now the game will allow you to play with friends too. Marvel's Wolverine is the new game of this beloved character, and it's being developed by a famous studio, Insomniac Games, the studio responsible for Spider-Man, of PlayStation 4 and 5. That's a great game. The game was announced some time ago, but so far they just released a simple teaser. Some gameplays of the game leaked in 2024, and it was really raw, and the bad thing is that we don't know when it's coming out. It was supposed to be released in 2025, but maybe postponed to 2026, and it's coming out only on PlayStation 5, at least in the launch.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it.
And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I still have the Shagohod.
America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is the remake of one of the most acclaimed Metal Gear games. The remake is being developed by Konami, and if they make a remake as good as Silent Hill 2 remake, it'll be insane. If you never played Metal Gear before, know that it's a stealth game, but not just this, it's a very original and unique game, with a crazy plot, and the mechanics of the original game nobody even believed was possible when the game was released. But we'll need to wait to see if the remake will really be good, but let's hope it is. And the game is coming out on August 28, 2025 for Xbox X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I still have the Shagohod.
Me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother, and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
I'm not finished yet!
A rare piece of drift technology has been detected somewhere in the canyon. We need you to retrieve it for study. Well done, folks. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days.
Is your work so relentless, little scout?
The scout's job is to explore...
Luna Abyss is an upcoming FPS game set in the famous bullet hell style. If you don't know it, it's one of those games that there'll be a lot of projectiles and things to avoid in combat, just like some boss fights in Cuphead. It's being developed by the studio Bonsai Collective and got no release date yet, maybe 2025 or 2026, and it'll be available on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. A single-player story-driven action-adventure with fluid platforming and bullet hell combat. Follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. The game features a fast and tight gameplay with challenging combat moments set in an immersive universe. Donkey Kong Banananza is the new adventure of our beloved Kong. The game will be set in a 3D style now, similar to Donkey Kong 64, but with insane graphics and set in a sort of open world with many extra challenges. The game is being developed by Nintendo and is coming out to Nintendo Switch 2, but not in the launch date, but in July 17, 2025. The game is going to be faster than ever, with a dynamic gameplay style and a Donkey Kong as brutal as never, breaking through many different stages, what looks really fun. So if you, just like me, are a fan of the series and missed the character nowadays, you can be happy now, cause this game, in my opinion, looks really fun.
Don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit.
Fable is the returning of the famous RPG series from Xbox games. The new game will be a sort of reboot, but with the same style and personality it seems, and it's being developed by Playground Games. Fable 2026 is going to be set in a fantasy world filled with different creatures from fairy tales, set in a third-person camera, with different gameplay styles. It's a game that your choices changes the events and story of the game, like the classic ones. If you played the original Fable games, I think you are at least curious about this one, so know that it's coming out in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, and Windows, but PS5 may be confirmed in the future.
One moment. This is awkward.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a new 2D beat-em-up in the universe of Marvel heroes. The game is being developed by the studio Tribute Games Inc. and is planned to be released still in 2025, but with no official date yet. And it'll be available on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Windows. A cosmic battle awaits. Choose between 15 Marvel heroes in this frenetic action beat-em-up to fight against the deadly annihilation wave threatening the galaxy. From New York City to the depths of the negative zone, the future of the Marvel universe will be fought for across the stars. So you, fan of beat-em-up games, this one looks really fun. Borderlands 4 is the new adventure of the most acclaimed looter-shooter series. It's an FPS series with some RPG mechanics, and it's being developed by Gearbox Software. If you've never played some game of the series, it's a fun and unique FPS experience with quirky characters and a very fun progression, especially if you play with some friends. This promises to be the greatest Borderland experience. The series is known for being unique and really fun, and this new game is coming out in September 23, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Bionic Bay is an atmospheric puzzle platformer game. It resembles the classic Limbo, with a unique graphic style, a precise gameplay, and interesting puzzles. The game is being developed by the studios Psychoflow Studio and Reanimal, and is coming out in April 17, 2025, and it's going to be available on PlayStation 5 and Windows. A scientist uses a unique teleportation instrument to escape an ancient biomechanical world filled with imaginative technology, deadly traps, and hidden secrets. So if you like games like Limbo or Inside, this shall be a very interesting game for you, and it's really close to be released already. What's good?
Nothing lasts forever.
Reanimal is a game set in the same style of Little Nightmares and developed by the creators of it too, the studio Tarsier Studios, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and Windows, and will probably be available still in 2025. The creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2 have returned to take you on a darker, more terrifying journey than ever before. In this horror adventure game, a brother and sister go through hell to rescue their missing friends and escape the island that they used to call home. So yeah, the horror now promises to be greater than ever before, and it looks insane.
I give you my blood. Turn, O wheel, and transport.
The Duskbloods is the new game of the beloved studio From Software, but you fan of From Software games, this one shall be different. It's described as a PvPvE multiplayer focused game, so I wonder how it's really going to work, cause it's really different of any other From Software games. The game is planned to be released in 2026, and it's going to be an exclusive game of Nintendo Switch 2, something that no one ever thought it was possible, since From Software usually works alone, or with PlayStation. But despite all that, the style of the game is still in the same style, a dark and bizarre world, and now, the theme is going to be about vampires, what looks really fun. Hollow Knight Silksong is the sequel of the acclaimed original game. To be honest, this game was announced a long time ago, but no, it wasn't cancelled. So in the Nintendo Direct, the game was finally confirmed to 2025, but with no date yet. The game is being developed by the studio Team Cherry, just like the original game. And it's coming out to Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and PC. The game will be set in the same style of the original game, a 2D hardcore Metroidvania with extreme quality and originality, a fluid but simple gameplay, yet hard and stylish. The graphics of the game are insane, set in a dark universe with a lot of charisma and personality. Terminator 2 Dino Fate. Experience the thrill of Terminator 2 Judgment Day with arcade action and pixel-perfect graphics. The game will be set in a side-scroller style, with a beautiful pixel graphic. The game is being developed by the studio Bitmap Bureau, and there's a release date already, that is September 4th, 2025, and it'll be available on PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, Linux, Xbox Series X and S, and macOS. Step into a classic arcade experience that pays homage to the Terminator 2 Judgment Day universe with authentic arcade gameplay, music, and pixel-perfect visuals built from the ground up. If you like the classic Contra games, this one shall be really fun for you.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. Vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call
Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is the new game of a classic series, after a long time without a whole new game. It's being developed by Nintendo, and will be set in the same universe of the new Zelda games, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, and looks really fun. The game is planned to be released still in 2025, only on Nintendo Switch 2, but there's no official date yet. If you don't know the series, it's in the universe of Zelda, but the gameplay is really different. It's more like a hack-and-slash game, with a fast-paced and dynamic combat, and a lot of enemies in the stages, really similar to Dynasty Warriors in case you know it. So you, fan of the series, a new game is finally coming out. Kirby Air Riders was announced in Nintendo Direct of Nintendo Switch 2, and is going to be a new 3D game in the universe of this classic character. The game is being developed by Nintendo, with the respected Smash Bros. Developer Masahiro Sakurai working on it, and it'll be released probably still in 2025, only on Nintendo Switch 2. The game will be a reboot, or even sequel of a game with a similar name, Kirby Air Rider, released in 2003, and again, it's going to be a racing game in the universe of Kirby. Beyond that we don't know much more, but it looks really great with the new performance capability of Nintendo Switch 2.
They hurt you pretty bad, didn't they? I haven't seen you this scarred since last September.
Come on, move it! Get out of my way, jerk!
Maybe I overreacted a bit too much.
Wreckfest 2 is an extreme realistic racing game with an unbelievable destruction level of the cars and scenarios. The game is being developed by the studio Bugbear and is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and for Windows it's already available, but in the early access with just a little bit of content, but it's already really fun to play, but the final version has no release date yet. Ready for mayhem? Wreckfest is back, offering the best in full-contact racing with unrivaled destruction. Witness head-to-head battles as you tear apart rival vehicles bit by bit. Powered by the enhanced physics engine developed by the creators of Wreckfest and Flatout.
MOVE! Move it! You take that piece of throw it up Oh, feels like something came up through the seat. Ah.
Wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of...
Ninja Gaiden 4 is the returning of an old and acclaimed hack-and-slash series. The new game is being developed by the studios Platinum Games, Team Ninja, and Koei Tecmo Games, and promises to be the great returning of the series, that also received a version black to Ninja Gaiden 2 in the same day it was announced, and there's also a new 2D game announced, that looks sick. In the new game we'll play as Ryu Hayabusa, but also a new character, with technological gadgets and a whole new style of combat. So I must say that it really got my attention, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows in some moment of 2025.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here. So you've come, Raven.
Elden Ring Nightreign is a new game set in the universe of Elden Ring. It's not a sequel, and it's not a DLC, but a game with classic and new Elden Ring stuff, and there will also be things from other games, like bosses, so it looks really fun. It's going to be set in a sort of roguelike system, with some features of a battle royale even, but only against normal enemies, not players, but you'll be able to play with your friends in a co-op adventure. The game is being developed by From Software, and experience is going to be similar in the gameplay with the original Elden Ring, but the structure will be totally different. If you like the gameplay of Elden Ring and wanted to play more with you friends, I think you'll like it, but it won't please all fans of Elden Ring in my opinion. But will be interesting to see things from other games and also new things in this new Elden Ring. It's coming out in May 30th, 2025 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Forza Horizon 5 is a game that's already available on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and is now coming out to PlayStation 5. This is probably one of the biggest and most beloved racing series of the last years, and it's always been an Xbox exclusive game, but now no more. The game is coming out to PlayStation 5 in April 29, 2025. The game was developed by Playground Games, and released originally in 2021, so if you like the series but plays on PlayStation, now it'll be your chance to try it out.
Followed by water. Caution all
Gears of War E-Day is finally the new adventure of the iconic Xbox series, and for the old fans, once again we'll play as Marcus Phoenix, the great protagonist of the 3 first video games. The game is being developed by the Coalition, and it's coming out in 2025 to Xbox Series X and S and Windows, but I would not doubt of a PlayStation 5 version. The series is specially known for being an original and brutal third-person shooter series, with great characters and an insane combat system. And for the fans, as you can see in the name of the game, we'll finally be able to play an E-Day, a moment that's always been spoken through the games since the first one. The Precinct is an extremely interesting sandbox police game. The game resembles the classic GTA games, with a sort of upside-down camera, but here the player will control a cop. The game is being developed by the studio Fallen Tree Games and looks extremely fun. In the game we'll control a police officer, and we must solve the crimes that will lead us to even more dangerous situations, resulting in the discovery of even greater criminal plans. In the game we'll be able to control vehicles or go walking in the streets and missions, with a fun and fluid gameplay, and I must say that it looks really fun, and there's a release date confirmed already, that is May 13, 2025, and the game is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows.
Suspect is now on foot. We need to end this.
Another day, another dime. Come on, kid. Let's roll.
Units in the vicinity, please respond to an incident. Last seen is...
Metroid Prime 4 is a FPS game of Metroid series. The first one was a true success, and this one is being immensely anticipated, and it's being developed by Retro Studios, Nintendo. Almost 20 years after the third Metroid Prime, we'll finally see a brand new huge and thrilling adventure of Samus Aran, the famous galaxy bounty hunter, so prepare to experience one of the biggest games of this series. We know that Nintendo games are usually games with extreme quality, and this will probably be the same. If you want to play it, know that it's coming out in some moment of 2025, only on Nintendo Switch 1 and 2.
I bet you think I'm here for the gold and jewels, right? Well, you'd be dead wrong. It's okay. I got you, pal. Just you and me.
Search everywhere!
Those dirty Inquisition always in the wrong place.
Styx Blades of Greed is a new game of this stealth series. The last game released was a long time ago, but now we finally have a new game announced. It's being developed by the studio Cyanide and will be released still in 2025, but with no official date yet, and it'll be available on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The Master of Stealth is back. Explore the dizzying heights of the Izerian continent and cunningly eliminate your enemies. Thanks to your quartz powers, you are freer than ever. Be creative. Never has it felt so good to be greedy. So if you like stealth games, this shall be interesting. It's set in a fantasy and medieval world, with creatures and a lot of things that can kill you.
Kids, it's not about doing it. It's about getting away with it. I never felt anything like this before. I love it.
Battlefield 6 is finally the new Battlefield game after Battlefield 2042. It's being developed by DICE and some other studios and shall be released in 2025 or 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Shadow Labyrinth is a 2D action platformer and a genre-twisting alternate take on the iconic Pac-Man. As the swordsman, you wake on a mysterious planet amidst relics of wars past. To survive, you will discover secrets, consume your enemies, and grow from prey to apex predator. The studio developing it is Bandai Namco Studios Inc., and there's a release date already, that is July 17, 2025, and it'll be available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Search the remnants of an age-old intergalactic conflict started long before your arrival, and discover new powers and abilities. Use them to traverse an alien world as you battle dangerous creatures and evolved monstrosities.
Let's see your best then, eh? Swordplay is a game of strength.
Onimusha Way of the Sword is the new game of a classic and acclaimed series. It's a hack-and-slash game with some RPG mechanics. The old ones are really good and immersive, with an interesting and unique story and storytelling. The game is being developed by Capcom. It will be set in a medieval Japan, mixing reality with fantasy, with a fast and stylish combat style. And if you didn't know the series, I recommend you to play the classic games. They're really good even to this day. I'm looking forward to play this new game of the series, and it all looks so beautiful. Look at these graphics, bro. Insane, isn't? And the game is coming out in 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows.
And you can bring as many friends as you want. Not good. Let's see your best then, eh?
Doom: The Dark Ages is a brand new journey of Doom Slayer after Doom Eternal. That was an insane game. Again, it's being developed by ID Software, the studio that brought us the series, and is to this day an insane studio. Doom is a fast-paced FPS game, with the focus in the gameplay, with a very brutal combat and motions. In the game you control Doomslayer, the only defensor of Earth capable of fighting the demons. Now we're going to explore the medieval era, with new guns, features, enemies, and much more, and of course still with the classic stuff. But to see this new masterpiece we'll need to wait until May 20th, 2025, as the game is coming out for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
I could see the world differently. I thought it would be like any other mission. Find the truth. Scan's clear. I'm going in blind.
Carrington!
Damn it!
Perfect Dark is the returning of an old and classic first-person shooter video game series. The new game is being developed by the studio The Initiative, a new Xbox game studio, and looks really interesting. The game got no release date yet, but is believed to be released in 2026, and the platforms confirmed are Xbox Series X and S and Windows, but a PlayStation 5 version is not unbelievable, I'd say. The gameplay features a good combat, with different weapons and gadgets, but also an immersive stealth system, allowing you to complete the missions in different ways, making the game even more special in my opinion.
The graphics are really beautiful, with nice visuals and great constructions in this futurist experience.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Arrakis is a test. Survive it.
Dune Awakening is a new upcoming MMORPG, and as you imagine, it's going to be set in the universe of Dune, a universe rich with lore and possibilities. The game is being developed by the studio Funcom, and promises to be a huge and immersive game for the people that loves MMORPGs, or even those that loves the universe of Dune. Rise from survival to greatness and challenge the power of an Imperium in Dune Awakening, a multiplayer survival game on a massive scale. Survive the sandworm, craft your ornithopter, build a fortress, and ascend to power on an open-world Arrakis shared with hundreds of other players, all that playing alone, or with your friends. So if you like the idea, know that it's coming out in May 20th, 2025, at least the first version, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Fumes is a racing game for you that missed those classic boomer shooter with racing, like Vigilante 8, Twisted Metal, and more. The game is being developed by the Studio Fumes team and promises to be a returning to those classic games, even got a retro graphic style with many cars, upgrades, and stages. The game is coming out only for PC for now, and our early access is confirmed to be released soon, but with no official date yet. Arm your vehicle with deadly weapons and roam endless wastelands in this fast-paced car combat game. Collect upgrades for your car to melt enemies and giant bosses in this bizarre world. The Eternal Life of Goldman is a beautiful and interesting 2D platformer game. The graphic style is ravishing, with beautiful colors and impressive style. The game is being developed by the studio Weppy Studio, and there's no release date yet, but I believe it's coming out in some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox Series X and S. In this breathtaking platformer adventure, explore a vast hand-drawn archipelago, inspired by ancient fables and depicted in classic frame-by-frame animation, and defeat a mysterious deity. The gameplay reminded me of DuckTales. That was a very fun platformer game, and to be honest, this game looks really insane for me.
So, how did you create that?
Well, so I started back in Red Hill County, you know, over along the coast. But then I split the track between Grizzly River and Smoky Hill. Turned one half into a western town, and the other one into a crazy stadium with dinosaurs.
Wreckreation hands you the keys to your very own driving and building open world called Mix World. Explore 400 square kilometers of pure sandbox joy as you create, race and wreck alone or together with your friends. The game is being developed by the studio 3 Fields Entertainment, and it's confirmed to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows, but there's no release date yet, but maybe still in 2025. Open world arcade racing game featuring high-speed driving, racing, crashing, stunts, and exploration.
Do you really want to race in that?
I got you. Satisfied?
Much better.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is surely going to be a nostalgic experience for the fans of the original Ninja Gaiden games. It'll be set in 2D stages, with a fast combat style, mixing the original game style with new movements and graphics. It's being developed by the studio The Game Kitchen, and as a retro gamer I must say that this looks insane for me, so I'm really excited about this game. This new graphic style looks ravishing, mixing cartoon and pixel art, riveting. So if you, just like me, are a fan of old school games, I think you should keep an eye out for this new version of Ninja Gaiden, and the game is coming out at some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Endurance Motorsport series is a new racing game that will allow you to play as the pilot or the engineer. The game is being developed by the studio KT Racing, an Akon studio, and there's no official date yet, maybe 2025, to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Manage the race from the stands, drive legendary cars and enjoy a genuine endurance race experience. As both driver and engineer in this unique simulation, victory can only come through teamwork. And this a game that you fan of racing simulator games should keep an eye out for. Memories in Orbit is an interesting Metroidvania game coming out. It's being developed by the studio Duskbloods, and it'll be available on PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox Series X and S in some moment of 2025. Play as Android Mio in this mesmerizing Metroidvania, where you explore the vessel, an enormous technological ark overgrown with machines gone rogue. Uncover its secrets, enhance Mio's abilities, and save the spaceship and its residents from oblivion. You won't be alone on your journey. Repair damaged robots and help them to unveil the Ark's past and gain valuable bonuses. A promising new Metroidvania game. This is the video, guys. Hope you had fun watching, and I'm sure you didn't know all these games, so well, let me know if you liked it. Thank you, and so long.